Welcome to Adventures in Glass with Doug. I'm Doug. I'm going to teach you today how to put together a nice bird bath from some thrifted glass. I'm going to show a brief clip of some of the thrifting pieces that I got. See if you can pick out what we'll choose to use today to build a bird bath. I have a bowl that was probably not deep enough for a fountain, but will be perfect for a bird bath. And so stick with me as we put this together and you get some cool ideas for what you could do at home with some thrifted glass. If you look at the description of the video, you'll find I list a source of different items that you might want to purchase for crafting and using your glass. But without much more ado, let's get started with what I think is going to be a spectacular bird bath. We are in for a treat. We're going to do something, quite a construction here on a bird bath. I've got a couple of key pieces that are going to make this look really good, and then I've got a few more I'm going to add to just punch it up even more. So we're not going to finish this all in one round. I will do some of it today, and I'll come back to it after it's dried and do a little bit more tomorrow. I think because it's a tall piece, I'm going to have to either finish it up outside or set up another lower table here. But let me show you what I got. All right. Well, maybe I'll start with this to tell you. Got this great vase. Now, I mean, it's clear. It's the sort of thing that would have been probably was perfect for 24 roses or some gladiola stems. It's a nice heavy vase, but we're going to use that for our base of the bird bath. Now, I really don't want to leave the bottom of that open, and I think it needs something to help stabilize it. So I have a plate that I'm going to use as the wider base for it to help stabilize it a little better. So I've cleaned all of these pieces up. We're going to have that as the base. We'll have to get that silicone in here to hold that together, and then above that I've got a really cool green tinted glass. Now this is actually tinted glass through and through. That's going to go on top. I may not be able to assemble all these or stack all these without them being glued. So, and no, this is not going to be the actual bird bath. I'm going to put this in between piece here, and I'm going to have to work with this a little bit because not everything is going to be exactly level until I play around with it. So on the assembly of that, I'm not sure which is going to go on what first. Okay. But the topper, this is the thing that's really spectacular. The topper is going to be this piece. That's going to be the basin for the bird bath. I picked this up, really wasn't sure how I was going to make this happen. It's kind of odd because the back of it is silver, and I thought about maybe testing it to see if I could take the silver paint off and whether this was truly green glass. Then I thought, well, what if it's not? What if the green is painted on and then the silver's behind it? So I've decided to leave it alone. There are a couple little spots where you can peek through it, but that's not going to affect the bird bath. All right, so it didn't seem right just to put this. That's why I was putting our green piece in between, but it kind of got lost. I mean, it's a perfect piece with this, but it got lost when it was that close. That's why this one is going to sit below it, which is good because it's going to help hold it a little bit. It's a bigger basin, so it's going to hold it better. Although as I look at it here, I see I'm going to have to do some work on getting that to seal. So a couple of steps. One will probably be to take this piece and fasten it securely to the basin, and that'll take a little bit of work. I'll probably get those two together and then get these two together. But that said, I really felt like this was going to be a little plain. I mean, it's nice, but I don't want to put fairy lights in there. So I don't, how can I jazz that up? All right, I've used one of this pair of water goblets in a piece once before. I think that'll look nice. While it's a blue and not a green, I think I can use these two colors together. They both kind of show up in that Birdbath piece. And that might be good, but then I thought, oh, maybe I'll just go ahead. I had these little votive glasses, and that's in good color. So I think what I'll do is build this, put this, once that's dried, put this vase on top, or the other way around, have this standing up right side up, and then flip this over. Either way, fasten these, let them dry, fasten those, let them dry, fasten that, let it dry, and then do the final assembly. So, and I've also, I'm not sure, I've got these glass beads too. They are always a possibility. So there we have that. I think what we can do while you're here with me is we will put these together. Okay, we've got a fairly nice day today, so I think we'll be able to try to put elements of this Birdbath together outside. At least I'm going to try that. You might. Okay, we assembled these pieces, let them dry overnight. We're going to put this on top of that, and I think I can just do it this way. It's gonna take. Next piece to install is going to be this green piece. I'm going to have to play with this a little bit to make sure that it ends up level across the top, which it doesn't seem to want to be automatically. So get a good bead of. Our next two pieces may have to be assembled differently. We're going to be putting this on, and then the bowl of our Birdbath. But I'm afraid with a couple of these pieces being wet, I really want them to solidify and dry up better. So we will do something different with our bowl. This is our bowl that we're going to top it with. As I said, I thought this didn't do this green justice. It didn't really show off that piece when I had this right on top. So that's why we're going to use this in between. I think what we'll do, I have enough room out here. Great. It's starting to get a little cloudy. I hope we're not going to get a shower. That would not be fun. Okay, so we're going to want this to hit the center. Well, I do want to put this piece together, but there have been a couple rumbles of thunder, so I'm thinking we're in for a shower, and no point being out here during that. One of the perils of trying to shoot outside like this in the hot summertime. Okay, I'll set up inside and we'll do more. Okay, got cleaned up just in time. Rain is coming down. Well, we moved operations inside again, and just in time. That's never happened before. We now have a thunderstorm raging outside. Okay, so next step is going to be to place this on. What I did was tried to help mark the center and kind of check my level, and I appear to be off a little bit this way. I think I can compensate a little bit because my previous piece was off a little bit too, but this way is entirely level. So we'll see how it goes. I marked the spot because it's not real easy to see through this to see the center. Maybe I'll title this Week in Crafting in a Thunderstorm. Fun. Whoa. Alright, that one made me jump. Well, I'm certainly glad we brought everything inside. Just the right time. Wait for the thunderstorm to leave. This will probably be tomorrow. So stay tuned for more exciting crafts with Doug and thunderstorms. Well, we're back. That was one strange afternoon yesterday with the thunderstorm that rolled up while I was trying to do this outside. It's still going to be a rainy day today, so as much as I would like to finish this up outside, it's gonna rain soon, and I don't want to leave this out there to dry, and it's really going to be a little bulky and heavy to carry back around into the workshop here. So we're just going to finish up here, but because this is so tall, I had to get a table to work on that was a little bit lower. Okay, when we last were working on this, we put our final glass base underneath the dish that we're using, the basin we're using for the bird bath, and that has now dried nice and solid. We're going to put that on top of this. Let me just dry fit this a second. Okay. Time for the silicone. Okay, we need to let that dry, and then I'll try to get you some pictures of it outside. But that's pretty much where we're at with this bird bath. Pretty happy with it. It's got some good color in it. So until we set it outside to put some water in it and see how it looks, there's our bird bath. Base plate, a vase, inverted. We have some color pieces inside just to add interest. Another glass piece inverted, glass base to hold it up, and this stunning dish. Whoa!